Hey guys, welcome back to the next video. In this video, we are going to talk about microservices reference architecture. We're going to see two different architectures, one just for a reference. Another one is has some names in it. Okay, so let's just go and check it out. So this is a comparison architecture between a monolithic architecture and a microservices architecture. As you can see over here, a monolithic architecture in this example comprises of three very different application modules, which is tightly coupled between each other. For example, user interface, business logics, and data logics, and then it connects to a database over here. Now, when you compare the similar architecture in microservices, now we can see that the UI division has been divided, split into three different UIs over here: mobile, web, and app UI. And then you have two different data logics, two different business logics over here, and connected to maybe to a different database or to the same database. But you have three different databases which can maintain three different application, one for UI, one for business logic, one for data logic also you can consider. Now, there's a lot of components here in the microservice architecture reference. So you have to understand that this is a high level when you browse from the client devices, right? It could be a public network connected to an edge server, which can provide the network capabilities to deliver the content through the DNS, CDN, firewall, and load balancer. These requests are routed to the container environment, which hosts the microservices. Microservices are supported by various application frameworks, cloud services, service mesh, and so on. So that's basically what I wanted to show you in terms of microservices. I have another architecture over here, which also talks about the similar item. So as you can see over here in this particular architecture, it also says about the same thing. So multiple multiple units inside one large var or EAR file, wherein which you have catalog, a product catalog, customer review, inventory management, payment services. All these are integrated into one single var file, EAR file. So if you just go back and remember the benefits I talked about in the previous video, you can see that as this is a large chunk of an application, a developer should have understanding of each of this because it is all into one single file. So that's very chaotic, and it takes a lot of time to understand about the application. Second thing about or a problem here is that when you do a load balancing capability or load balancing, high availability, scalability, or resilience, right? So this the problem here is that you cannot actually increase the scaling capability for a specific application here, even though the customer service is mostly accessed or your product catalog is mainly accessed. You cannot increase the scaling for that catalog. You have to increase it for the entire application, which is waste of resources, right? So one single JVM handling all these things is going to be like a really hectic one, and also you cannot scale it up. And even if you can scale it up, it's not quite useful for resourcing purpose. And you can see that no opportunity for each component to grow, obviously, because as I told you before, it becomes very crowded over here. So if all the developers for each module has to understand about everything else, and then resilience is a large chunk and it takes extra time. The same benefits I have given over here also. You can reap this diagram for benefits as well. And then you have the microservices on the other hand. So you have one job, separate process, execution scope, CI/CD, and resilience. So what this means is that so you have a catalog over here as one container, and customer review as another container, payment service as another container, inventory management as another container. So here the advantage is that you can scale up what is required. You have individual modules so that you can assign one developer over here, and the transition between one developer to another developer becomes easy because he only talks about this particular module. He doesn't worry about how the customer review module works. The execution scope as in towards the API integration comes over here, where the APIs will be created over here, or message broker will be created, which actually interacts between these different modules. And then it's going to be having a separate process for each of these modules. So if you're going to have each container running over here, it becomes each process for these modules. And there's going to be only one job over here, which is to manage this. All right, so that's what I wanted to talk to you about in this video in the microservice reference architecture. Now, this will make your benefits understand much easier over here because it gives you a diagrammatic approach. Thanks again for watching this video. Your reviews means everything to me. Please do leave a positive review, in which case I can create more diagrams like this and make this explanation much easier. Thanks again. I'll see you in the next video.